everyone, I'm Devin from the Egan family, and today I have a very, very special video to share with you. Like I mentioned, for those of you who don't know, my name is Devin. I am a homeschool mom of 3 little kiddos. My husband Will and I have our 6-year-old rising second grader Parker. We have our 2.5-year-old daughter Emery, and we have our 6-month, almost 7-month-old daughter Eloise. And today's video I am so excited about. Lauren from the Practical Homeschooler reached out to a few of us YouTube creators and decided to put together this collab to give you lots of inspiration on how to do so many things on a budget. If you click on the playlist listed in the description box, you're going to see videos from a whole bunch of different wonderful, talented, amazing, beautiful, supportive women who are going to teach you how to do just about everything in your life on whatever kind of budget that you need to make work. From grocery shopping to picking out kids' clothes, home decor, and what I am sharing, homeschooling. You're going to find so much inspiration by clicking on that playlist. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to every single creator involved in this collab. Like I said, everybody has been so sweet, so welcoming, and so supportive, even to tiny little YouTube channels like ours. So if you are not already subscribed to them, please, it would mean so much to me if you would go share the love and show some support to them like they have reached out and shown to me. Also, if you are new from any of these other beautiful, amazing women, feel free to subscribe to our little channel. We share tons of homeschool content, as well as homemaking, cleaning, decluttering, motivation, lots and lots of book hauls because we are a very book obsessed family, as well as the occasional vlog. We did just share a vlog of our family vacation to Baltimore, so feel free to go check that out. Everything will be linked in the description, and we would be so happy to have you here. So I am a talker, if you are not familiar with me, so I need to cut myself off, stop rambling, and get into the purpose of this video, which is to give you 5 and one little bonus tips on how you can homeschool on even the smallest of budgets. Okay, tip number 1, which may sound kind of silly coming from someone who has only done this for 2 years in a row, but trust me, it works. And that is to plan ahead. Now, it's so hard with so many wonderful, incredible curriculums always rolling out, always coming out, all these brand new pieces, all these new books that you see and you just need to have. At least that's how I feel. I'm sure if you're watching this, a lot of you can relate to that feeling. But the best thing that I did for our family last year was to sit down with my son. We used last year as like kind of to dip our toes in the water, see if we really liked it. And we did mini unit studies and we changed our unit every week, which was as much work as it sounds like, but it was so much fun because not only did it keep school fun and exciting during a time where there weren't too many field trips available or opportunities for socialization were kind of limited. It also really let Parker decide what his interests were. So this year going into it, we really worked with what inspired him last year. So we have picked 6 main units, 3 history-based units, and 3 science-based units. And we picked those pretty early on when we were trying to narrow down curriculum. So it was easier for us to find things. Now these units do go above and beyond our base curriculum. If you're interested in everything that we will be adding into our homeschool. We're not going to finish everything in that list, but I will also link that video down below. So knowing exactly what our units were really helped us narrow down some of our choices pretty early on. So what I did with that is, what I like to do, we are like probably the last family on the planet that does not have Amazon Prime. We do have family members that have it, and they very generously will order things for us, and we will pay them if that need ever arises. But what we do is I load up my Amazon cart constantly with things. Like right now, it's all loaded with Christmas gifts. And so then I monitor the prices as they change, because if you have ever shopped online, which I'm sure all of you have, you will notice that very frequently sales come up, but they're not advertised, or prices will change drastically without being advertised. So I keep an eye on those prices, and then we order little chunks weekly. Now, if you are maybe one of the other 5 families left in the world that doesn't have Prime, you know that you need to spend at least $25 in qualifying materials to get free shipping. And you know, I love free shipping. So that's what I do, is I load my cart up every week, or depending on how the budget situates itself. Some weeks we have a little bit more flexibility than others. And so I load up that Amazon cart and I put at least $25 up to however much we are able to spend that week. And I buy at all of the pieces in small amounts. That way, for us who, it's easier for us to buy like that than to set aside hundreds of dollars at a time to buy one big box curriculum. That seems to work really well for us. My other tip that goes along with planning ahead of time has a lot to do with the way that we homeschool. Now, I won't pretend that the way that we homeschool is the easiest way, because very far from it. It's actually, I make so much work for myself, but I don't mind the work, so it works just fine for us. I don't get a box curriculum set for Parker. Now, there are so many benefits to a box curriculum set, and in some cases they can actually help you save money, because if you're anything like me, you get distracted and see 50 books on a subject and think you need to order them all. So maybe if I had a box set, I would only stick to what they recommend, but I don't think that I would. Because that's just not my personality. Like I said, I am very book obsessed. But because the way that we do things is very pieced together, this book for this topic, this book for this topic, lots of literary based learning. For me, that actually ends up saving us money, because I'm not spending hundreds of dollars on one core curriculum set and then trying to supplement with the books. I'm truly using all of the book pieces that we have and building a curriculum around that, using some of the other resources I have in this list. My second tip for you is to make sure that you're shopping around for prices. Now, one of the benefits of step number 1, which was plan ahead, is that you have time to do this. If you don't have to have everything 100% set in stone, but if you just have like a generalized idea, you can find so many amazing things by using places like the Dollar Tree, thrift stores, and even regular big box stores after the school year has already started. Well, most of you have probably realized that once public school starts, places like Walmart and Target and other big name stores like that tend to mark down their back to school supplies quite drastically. And one of the perks of being a homeschool family is not only do you not need the materials when you would if your children were in public school, but also you kind of can guess what you may need for yourself for the year ahead. So it's very easy to buy things on super discounted prices after the school year starts. Whereas if your child were in public school, they would need those materials for the first day of school. So those are one of the things that I really like to take advantage of. And like I said, comparing prices will help you save a lot of money in the long run. Now, what I've noticed is that a lot of people shop, including myself, shop at the Dollar Tree. But with the Dollar Tree, I'm sure you've realized, but if you haven't, you do have to be kind of careful, because some things are a beautiful, wonderful deal. I've gotten so many curriculum books to supplement. I've gotten resources like giant maps of the world or of the United States. I've gotten so many wonderful resources there, but there are also some tricky little pieces hidden in there that are actually not your best bargain. Either they are lacking in quality, they're not really a very good brand, or you can actually find them someplace cheaper. For example, you can find little packs of crayons, depending on the brand. You can find an 8 count to a 24 count at the Dollar Tree, but for $1, obviously, a piece. But normally around back to school time, you can find those same little packets of crayons, the Crayola brand, for around 50 cents. Or you can even wait until after the school year starts, and sometimes you'll get lucky and they'll get marked down to as little as 10 cents. So for the price that you would pay for 1 pack, you can actually get 10 if you wait and shop at Walmart. So like I said, if you plan ahead, you can really take your time to comparison shop. And utilizing thrift stores is a great way to do that as well, because you can find hidden gems that are harder for you to locate in stores like Walmart, Target, or Amazon at a fraction of the price. And if you plan ahead, then you have time to collect those resources. So if you don't happen to luck out at the thrift store, you still have time to find them other places. If you've been on our channel for any amount of time, you will probably already be able to guess what my third tip is, and that is utilize Facebook Marketplace. I have gone on and on and on about all of the wonderful Facebook marketplace finds that we have found, thanks to my mother, who is the queen of Facebook Marketplace, but like including our coffee bar and over 2,000 books that we have gotten for little to no money. That's right. Probably over 2,000 books that we've maybe spent $75 on total. And they're beautiful, wonderful books that are in rotations in classrooms that I see recommended on BookTube, on Instagram, on Homeschool Instagram, all over the place. Wonderful resources from retired teachers or teachers shifting grade levels for little to absolutely no money. Now, once again, you do sort of have to plan ahead for your school year to be able to utilize this as a supplement to your curriculum, but it's totally possible. And who doesn't like adding books even as the school year gets started? So make sure that you keep your eye out. You can actually, in the filters of Facebook Marketplace, set notifications to pop up anytime like a keyword comes. So if you type in your keyword as children's books or chapter books or any sort of keyword that you would like, nonfiction children's books, Facebook will notify you every time someplace in your area has, or like within your desired parameter, has posted something that matches your description. So take advantage of that. There are always, like I said, I found so many incredible teachers who have so generously been donating their books that they no longer need, and we are more than happy to put those to use. My fourth tip is also one of my absolute favorites that I've talked about quite a bit on my channel, but that is to utilize the website Teachers Pay Teachers, and it's exactly what it says it is. I found that throughout this journey, one thing that I've noticed is that educators of all kinds, whether they're homeschool educators or public, private, charter school educators, are some of the most generous people in the entire universe. I mean, that's what their whole life is about, right? Giving back to the kids and educating children and making sure that children have access to resources that they wouldn't normally have access to. And so Teachers Pay Teachers is an absolutely wonderful way to not only save some money, but you could make a little bit of money if you would like. If you've never used Teachers Pay Teachers, once again, I'll link that in the description box below, but it's pretty much an Etsy for teachers. Any curriculum, any little packets or worksheets or posters or any resource that you would find in a public or homeschool classroom, you can find on Teachers Pay Teachers. There are also filters there that allow you to sort by grade level, topic, and even the price that you're willing to pay for these items. And I cannot tell you, I have probably printed out hundreds and hundreds of worksheets from Teachers Pay Teachers that other educators have listed for free. I have never spent a dime on Teachers Pay Teachers and have gotten so many incredible resources that fit all of our unit studies, and Parker absolutely adores them. And like I said, not only are there worksheets, so if you're not really a big worksheet fan, there are also craft ideas or PowerPoints or virtual field trips that you can find. Literally anything that you can think of that you would like to have in your homeschool setting, or even a class, anything if as far as education goes, you can find on Teachers Pay Teachers. Now, like I said, I have gotten so many things for free, but that doesn't mean that I don't think that they're worth the price that they're listing for. I totally 100% support all of the teachers and educators that are listing their materials on on Teachers Pay Teachers, and I would encourage you all to do the same. As I've mentioned before, educators are severely underappreciated in my book, and I think they deserve so much love, so much support, financial and emotional. But like I said, you can also make a little bit of money on Teachers Pay Teachers if you would like. By anything that you create for your home classroom, you can list on Teachers Pay Teachers. You can do it for free, as you can upload your PDFs for free, or you can even list them for sale. So that is not only a way to save money, but to make a little extra money if this was something that you were doing already. My fifth tip is to use your library. Now, of course, it seems like a no-brainer sort of tip, but some libraries, including mine, which I'm very, very thankful for, have some hidden perks to them. Now, we have a free library where we live. We do live in upstate New York. I know that this is not the case everywhere. Some libraries do require fees, and some libraries may not have these fun hidden perks to them, but it never hurts to check it out, because until I started homeschooling, I had no idea that our library offered these things, even though I have been an avid library supporter my entire life. Now, like I said, you can find pretty much any book that you could ever want in your library. So even if you are striking out on Facebook Marketplace, even if you don't have it in your budget to order all the beautiful books that you would like, which I totally understand, you can still get them from the library. My library also has access to a web of other libraries in the semi-local area, and they pull resources that they don't have and other libraries do from those other libraries to share with us. So if I request a book that my local library does not have, there's still a very good chance that I will be able to borrow it. On top of that, my library will sign out passes, free passes to a ton of different places, like state parks, even different museums or different activities like that, like a big children's museum that's about 45 minutes away from us. We can get free day passes by just signing them out of the library. Now, this state park that I'm talking about is only about $10 a carload, but if you go once a week, that $10 will save you so much money over time. So check out your library or any local resource that you have and ask if they have any sort of hidden perks like that or any day passes that you can sign out, and you would be amazed at the amount of money you can save on field trips. Now, those are my big top 5 ways to save money on homeschooling, but I do have a bonus 6th tip, which kind of goes hand in hand with the library tip. And that is that if you are not aware, most places that offer a teacher discount, including Michael's and Barnes & Noble, along with a whole bunch of other places, will also honor homeschool discounts as well for the same amount. Now, some places are a little bit more particular about what you can submit as proof that you homeschool, and some just will kind of accept your word for it. So you do have to ask or look up all of their different policies, but it never hurts to ask, and that's why it ties in with the library. Maybe when you go to the store, they won't be offering a homeschool discount, and that is just fine, but it never hurts to ask. So anywhere you go, make sure you're asking if they honor or if you see advertisements for teacher discounts, make sure you're looking up on their websites if those also apply to homeschool families, or ask in person if they apply and what you need to be able to prove. Some places, I think like Michael's, either need like a business card from like the Homeschool Association, or you need an affidavit from your school district stating that you do in fact homeschool. So like I said, those are a little bit more hoops to jump through, but totally worth it if these are stores that you frequent. Okay, so that's it. My top 5 plus one little itty bitty bonus tip of ways that you can save money while homeschooling. I'm sorry if I rambled. I'm very excited and I'm a talker. So thank you again to Lauren for including me in this collab. It is our first collab, one I'm very excited about. And like I said, if you haven't already, please go watch the entire playlist. There's going to be so many tips on ways that you can do anything on a budget. And they're all filmed by absolutely incredible, amazing, talented, beautiful, wonderful, supportive women. And I would love for you to go share some love with them. If you haven't subscribed to them already, make sure you do that and tell them I sent you if this is the first video you're stumbling upon. So thank you again to Lauren for including me. Thank you to anybody who has watched, and we will see you next time. As always, everything is linked in the description box. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share, and follow us on Instagram. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.